I am Sam O'Connell. I am a junior this year. I am a transfer student though, so this is my first year at UW-Stout. This is my first semester in the club, but beforehand I was exposed to it from my brother Riley O'Connell. He is the current acting president, so he's kind of the one that got me in this club, made me think about it. I'm interested in the Baja Club because at heart I am a car guy, car and truck. I grew up, taking four-wheelers through the woods. I've had a couple dirt bikes. My buddies are all into dirt bikes, and just I thought it'd be not really the next step, but a continuation of putting my passion with motors and actually getting into some fabrication here. It's the most fabrication I've ever done. I don't specifically have like a name, I'm just a general member, but I do think that I was originally gonna be on the engineering team, but since then I've become part of the shop. As a group we've done a lot. We've cut back off that car because we're modifying that frame. This car got wrecked, so now we're fixing the front end. That's what all this is. We gotta fix the A-arms. This is a new subframe, and altogether I'm just kind of do anything type guy, learn stuff as you go. Again, I don't think there's any named roles, but you can be a guy cutting stuff with grinders. We got a lathe in here, so you can be on the lathe. We got guys welding. We guys just doing general maintenance on the cars, alignments, checking tires. So you got almost an unnamed amount of roles. So currently we have two cars that have been running. This is one behind me. This one is currently getting a whole new front subframe. And this one was wrecked at the last race we did. And the other car that's currently running is outside in the race trailer. That's Thomas. That one's been, it's been in existence longer than no one really knows. I think someone said the frame is 25 years old. And this car was just built in the last 10 years, but it's already out of date. Every year the SAE comes out with new regulations, what cars have to be, new motors, just new ways you have to build the frames. And we're currently building a third car to meet those regulations. That's one you can't see right now. But that is going to be the new car, which has got a lot of curveballs thrown in there compared to like a traditional car. And it's going to be fun to see how it turns out. I'd say the shop time is a great time. You got people everywhere. Obviously this is a small shop, so it gets kind of cluttered. But you're bouncing ideas off each other. You're trying to figure out how the best way to solve things. Like even last night we went through 5-6 different ways to fix this car. Even after when all the club lets out, you got guys going bowling, so we go bowling as a team. You go out, have fun with friends. This is a very collaborative environment in general, even within the club and outside of it. One thing that the club has accomplished is that we had a local race a couple weeks ago, and it's called Backwoods Baja. We hosted our own event, we run it on our own, and this year we had the most teams that we've ever had attend it. We've had the most spectators. We've brought the most revenue from that, and all that revenue goes back into the club, so that I'd say is a big accomplishment for us. So the Baja Club, at its heart, it's off-road racing. Now, that off-road racing is you're building these cars on your own. It's all student-led. There's a little bit of help outside of the students, whether it be like you're hiring it out to build a frame, because we don't have frame jigs. We don't have a lot of the tools in these shops, so you gotta hire some stuff out. But we take these off-road buggies, you put them through their paces. Most colleges have their own courses, have their own stunts, so you can test cars here and there. We got our race, Backwoods Baja, which is logs, trails, jumps, and then you got places like Michigan Tech where they put on an ice race. They ice, there's snow on the whole track, they ice it. You got cars standing all over, cars flip, cars wreck, and it's just a test of drivers, the cars, what you can do on your own, what you can do as a team. You're essentially just racing modified side-by-sides.
My name is Riley O'Connell. I am from Appleton, Wisconsin. I've always been interested in the outdoors, everything that has to do with off-road vehicles, and this is my second year here in the club. I joined my sophomore year, which was actually my first year at Stout, because I transferred from Platteville after my freshman year there. I'm interested in the Baja Club because this is the exact kind of stuff that I love to do. I love to design, build, fabricate, and race, especially in the outdoor setting, and this is the perfect club for that. I'm the president in the club, so I'm kind of in charge of overseeing everything that goes on, making sure everything goes to plan, also making plans, making sure our club is set up well for the present and future. I like getting to see like our hard work pay off, and we do all the work to the cars and we take them to the races and really get to test them out, see how our work turned out. My favorite part within the club is seeing our hard work pay off from all the cars. Say we wreck A-arm or something, come back to the shop, build a whole new A-arm, whatever else that needs fixing, and then we'll take back out to the next race and test them out, see how hard we can push them. Well, one of my favorite parts about the Baja Club is the friendships that I make. I've met many people in the Baja Club that I'm very good friends with. Camaraderie is nice. We can find something for everybody to do here. We all work together to come up with a plan and execute it. I'll be able to tell everybody what we need done and how to do it, and we all work as a team to get it done.
That's how she gets up back there. Right like that.
One thing I've accomplished would be just that I've learned a ton. This is only my second year in the Baja Club, and I've already become the president. My time here in my sophomore year last year, I was watching some of the older guys in the club to see how they run the club, and I learned from them, and I was able to take all that knowledge and bring it into this year, following year, as a president. One of the things that the club has accomplished this year was getting first place in the homecoming parade for the student organization vehicle. And we're pretty happy with that because this is the first year in quite a while that we've gone to a homecoming parade. So getting back in that, we're happy to have some presence there. For the event that we hold, it's about 20 minutes from campus. We put that event on. It's called Backwoods Baja. We'll try to get everybody that hasn't driven into a car to drive. And this year we've had everybody that wanted to drive was able to get an opportunity to drive. Going into some of our other races though, not everybody will be able to drive, but if you stick with the team, do a lot of work, we'll get you in the driver's seat. So for a typical Baja event, you'll have, the main event will be an endurance race. So for the one race that we put on, it's just 4 hours of going around and around the track, trying to get as many laps as you can. Our track is really meant to just push the cars to their limits, break them any way they can. So part of the race, that endurance race, is how durable is your car, and if it breaks down, can you fix it and get it back out on the track, get some more laps in. And then a lot of times, most events will have special events, usually what's called a pole dash, where all the teams will line up and they'll get like 3 laps. Everybody pulls off and they're finished with that race. So if you place first in that pole dash, you'll be placed first in line for the endurance race. So for the event that we put on, our main goal is to make the event run as smoothly as possible, make sure everybody that comes to our event has a fair chance at competing. We ourselves cannot actually win the money from that race, but we do take our cars out and compete, get our younger drivers in the driver's seat. When we go to our other races, such as Blizzard Baja in the upper Michigan, about end of January, we're going to try as hard as we can to get first place, get our best drivers in the seat, and compete as hard as we can.